Mini-series, Own Your Selection Process. Episode 8, The Job Offer, To Sign or Not to Sign. In this episode, we will be focusing on the job offer. What should it include? Cost of employment and benefits, questions to ask before signing, and how best to turn down a job offer. Once you have received a job offer, your new employer will present you with a job offer in the form of a letter and a contract. It's really important to take note of every detail and know what you're signing up for. Whilst most employers are very thorough with the detail in the contract, you need to ensure that you have a full understanding of every clause and stipulation so that you know what is required of you and can ask informed questions and avoid making incorrect assumptions. What should it include? Your start date and, if a contract position, the duration of employment, a detailed job description and who you will be reporting to, a clause on your individual duties and responsibilities, the location of the company and the job where you will be based, work hours, flexible working and overtime policy if applicable, salary package and details of the cost of employment structure, a description of the company benefits and the eligibility guidelines. For example, some benefits such as study compensation may only be available to management or once an employee has worked at the company for a certain number of years. Leave entitlement, this includes paid vacation leave as well as sick leave and compassionate leave. And very importantly, your notice period, should you wish to terminate your employment. Cost of employment and benefits. Many graduates struggle to understand the concept of total cost of employment, also known as total cost to company, and what they are going to be paid. In short, cost of employment is the value of your package, which equals to your cash salary, which is your basic pay plus allowances, plus all employer contributions to benefit funds, such as medical aid and pension. As a graduate, it is so important to read the fine print of the benefits policy. Ensure that you understand which benefits you are eligible for from day one and which have other requirements. In order to help you understand cost of employment better, let's look at an example. Annie receives a basic monthly salary of 15,000 Rand, a travel allowance of 5,000 Rand, and the company contributes 7% of her basic salary to a provident fund and 1,000 Rand per month to her medical aid. Her total cost of employment is therefore all of these added up, which gives you a total of 22,050 Rand. Her gross salary before tax is therefore 15,000 Rand. Once her tax is calculated, this will be deducted from the 15,000 Rand and is known as her net salary or take-home salary. Questions to ask before signing. Many graduates feel quite overwhelmed when accepting their first job and signing their contract. This is a normal feeling. What is, however, important is that you understand all of the information that you have been provided with, and if you are unclear about anything, to ask. Here are some examples of common questions. Will travel be required in my role? If required, what is your policy on flexible working hours? What is your onboarding process? If required to relocate, will I be eligible to a relocation allowance? Is there a probation period? What benefits am I entitled to as a new graduate? Do you require the requested copies of documentation to be certified? Is there anything I should prepare or bring with me on my first day? Is parking provided for employees? Who is my point of contact on arrival on my first day? How best to turn down a job offer? If you are turning a job offer down, remember that you don't ever want to burn a bridge and that every connection made through a potential job opportunity is a value add to your professional network. When turning down a job offer, you should therefore always ensure that it is done in a professional manner. In writing and where possible, a courteous call is always appreciated. In your communication, you should thank the company for the opportunity. They have invested time in your application, interviewing and pursuing you. A heartfelt thank you therefore goes a long way. Ensure that you provide them with a good but brief reason for turning the offer down. You do not need to go into detail. Keep it brief and polite. For example, you could say, while this position seems like a great opportunity, I have decided to pursue another role that will offer me more opportunities to pursue my interests in marketing and social media. Finally, where possible, sharing that you've appreciated the connection and hoping to stay in touch is a great way to sign off or end a conversation. For example, you could say, "It's been a pleasure getting to know you, and I hope that we cross paths in the future." Thank you for tuning into episode 8 of mini-series Own Your Selection Process, brought to you by the UCT Careers Service.